a bit. Slide all in. Game 2 of the day afternoon doubleheader for Minnesota Moose, taking on the Blue Ox of whatever district up north. Blue Ox in the visitor black, white trim, Moose wearing the white home sweaters this afternoon, following 4-2 this morning. 7-1 game versus Team Wisconsin. 4-2 with an empty netter at the end. Minnesota Moose still get in the W column for the season. 0-4-1 tie so far. We'll see who we got here. I think there's at least a girl or two out this afternoon. Maybe one that was gone this morning coming back. Some schedules here going on, so we'll see who's actually playing. Ruby Civet with full pads here. Did not have her goalie pads this morning at 7 a.m., so did not play. We'll see if we've got her back in the lineup at least for half of the game here this afternoon. Well, just before noon, it's a little bit early start, scheduled for 12, but we are apparently rocking and ready to go for ice time. Looks like Cimet is in fact heading into net for the Moose. And it looks like we've got Ambuel, Newman, Lamantia starting at forward with Bond and Norston at defense. And that leaves one back to Bond in her own zone. Cross to Norston. Centering one off of Newman's stick. She'll tip it in good chase. We are off in the first half. The Blue Ox with a big upset win this morning around the same time as we were playing. Upset the Green Giants 3-2. That was an icing. They were thoroughly outshot by the Green Giants. If the scoreboard was correct, I saw 23-6. But of those 6 shots, the Ox were able to put in 3 of them. My math is correct. That is 50% of all shots on net. And came away with the victory. Let's see if they can have a post-win hangover here against the Moose. Newman runs up and back. Norston fires it across the Bond. Bond's shot was deflected up. Moose out front for a second and then tipped down by the Oxen of the blue variety. Norston back out off of Norston's stick and stays in the zone, actually. And that one was Ambuel to Lamantia. She's on her own. Somebody trips, so she's by herself. First fires. Oh, somehow didn't go in. And then the rebound by Newman just missed. That one shot on a rebound in the corner. Lamantia's shot was stopped and then kind of went over the blocker. It looked like it was sitting behind the goalie. I believe that's Reese Casaga out of North Dakota. Or I should say out of East Dakota. It's not North Dakota. And Lamantia almost got that one to trickle in. Here comes Roland Mortel. Firing across. Fired on. And stopped. That was, let's see the number. Their number 12. That was Melissa Hibbs with the shot off the feed from Mortel. Taylor Gretz in at center now. Well, they had peppered some shots on there. They counted 6 shots on goal from that. Well, I guess 5 because it's all right there from the second one. 5 shots on net from that first line. 0 shots in net, though. As we know, that is the one that counts. Stafford fires one in after holding the blue line. She scored one from the blue line, heading the other way this morning. A quick release. Stafford. Front, backhanded by Gretz. Wide right. Prado on half wall. Blue Ox come away with it. Up. And steal. Loose puck finds the stick of number 8 for the Blue Ox. And knocked away by Scala. Kudin, Jorgensen a forward. Kudin a defender for the Moose. Out of the way. Preston trying to send it to the middle, tip and goes behind the net. Lamantia working to get possession with a little better zoom down there. A little too far away. Lamantia, nope, that's Ambuel holds it. Lamantia trying to get to the right. And that one saved to the corner versus the open back door by Casaga. Tripped up Lamantia and poor balance leads to a power play. Not much of one there, but enough to get it down and draw the penalty. We're leaving that starting lineup here for the power play. Looks like the Blue Ox will change out. Newman will take the draw. Remains on the right, Andrew on the left. Norston right to Bond, left to Simmet. There's again in the net. Set back to Bond from Newman. She's got space and time. Crosses over to the right. Norston fires. Midsection, no rebound. Newman behind the net. Spacing is just a little bit off, so if you can navigate through, loses it to Newman. She's going to go backhand here. Norston circling this over to Andrew. Again, the spacing is just a little bit off. Andrew will now keep it down low. Up front looking for Norston coming up. A nice idea, but a big stick by the penalty kill line for the Blue Ox. Gets it out. Bond tries to turn it around. Lamantia's got to come back, tips it out, finds the stick of Andrew, can't get it, Ox have it. Right to Newman. Makes a move. Tries to get through the two defenders. Gets through, but we're going to get a couple of bodies. Newman's still out there. Ambule, Lamantia, and the D swapped out. 51 seconds left on his power play. There's Ambule. Sends it down low to Newman. Back to Ambule. One-timer. Top cheese. And it's a 1-0 power play goal. Riley Ambule from Ingrid Newman. See that one being set up. The two Machine Orange teammates have some experience with that one. There's 1-0 Moose on the power play. And that'll change up the rest of the line. You got Retz and Martell coming in. Whoops. Martell, the right side. Centering the one across, looking for Hipsch. Just off her stick. Locks on the move. Hipsch from the left wing. Centers now taking him up the blue line. Stopping the half wall. He's puck left circle. On the move, number 14 of the red line, will send it in on net. Simmett will stick it, leave it. And Stoffel will pick it up and break it out to Martell, who's the handle. Far side, sent in by the Blacks. Stoffel. Let's get by the under stick. Frustrated with the turnover. Retaliatory slash. 15:57 left to finish that power play for the Blacks. Sent out, no icing. It's going to be on net. Sawyer, who's the front. Okay. Pass too far. Scala stepping up, picking it up. 1v2 takes it wide, right? No numbers. Just sending it deep and kill some time. Yeah, some handling those breakout passes and send it back in. Roost. And that's center Lamantia. Yeah, left wing for the PK. Bond. The B spots for the Folsom. Pass that into the net. We can set something up. Back to the point. Keep it in. Worston tracks that in the corner. Tries to get it up the wall, and it and that one's sent in offside as Worston was trying to get a head start. Nothing. Ambule power play goal from Newman for Moose. And back out. We'll give a chase. Trailing number 12 for the Blue Ox. We're going to look to put out the near side, cross ice. Off number 5 stick again. They can't handle those passes cleanly, so they come out to the defense for the Moose. That one's sent in by Newman, too far ahead of Angulo. But she'll find the loose puck and up front. Trying to find Newman, defender got back in time. Lamantia now coming in after the power play expired. So the Moose back to full strength. Newman coming back the other way. Just going to skate that one in. Dropping it to the right. Just too far ahead of Angulo. Again, now at the feet of Lamantia. Can't get it. Newman stay battling. Stoffel holding and firing into the far corner. Gretz and Hibbs coming in at forward. Lamantia stays out. Hold momentarily by Stoffel. Now she'll break it back into the zone far side. Hibbs, good speed, gets there, sends it to the middle, nobody home, gets to the stick of Stoffel, quick release, fired just right. Rebound attempt by Hibbs. One hops into the glove of Kasaga in net. 12:43 left in the first half. Still one of the loose shots on net, 9-1. Turning to look for an arm up as the Blue Ox are taking it up the left boards. Called up. Hibbs gets it out to Martel. Toe drag, but stopped. There's Nova Went. Trying to pass it up to Fix. A missed connection and caused the icing heading back the other way. Simmett only seen one shot so far. Fine with that. He's got front, backhanded attempt and a kick save. Simmett fired behind the net. 17. Comes away with it. She's on the move up to Vix. Just ahead of her, Vix gets held up and they backhanded into the zone. There's Cotto. Taking it wide right. Shot was blocked by Trumbull. Trumbull sticking with it, finding it in the corner. They get boarded up. Held up. They really see right in front of the blue line. Shots come out on the wrong side of it for the Moose. Centering one. Fired blocked. Rebound was on the doorstep. And number 13 couldn't haul it back in to get the shot off. Great initial save by Simmett. There was a rebound opportunity. Couldn't wrangle it in. Broke up past the man to the Angulo. She's on the move up the right. Trying to find Newman just off the toe of her stick. Back to Bond. She'll fire a little slider. Misfired on that one. Angulo now in the corner. Lamantia trying to race over and get it in the opposite corner. Tried to find Gretz. Missed everybody. Right in between behind Gretz. Too far in front of Norriston. Norriston's got to fight to get possession in the neutral zone. Back to Bond. Bond trying to find Lamantia, no space. It was knocked away. Sent in by Norriston deep. Forward check by number 10, Tim Gretz. interception and tell that is offside. Tell the whistle took me off. Oh, that one just off the top of the post, I think. The shot by Bibbs. Quite figured out what this line cycle is for the Moose. Bibbs. Tell. Corrals. Setter's one. That's good. Wraparound attempt, flies all the way out of the zone. Spin, cross ice. Zivit. Playing with the Blue Ox bench. .840 left here in the first half. It's still just 1-0 Moose on the power play goal. Riley Manbull. Assisted by Goodwin. Whistle. Offside. Stoffel, right side. Sends it around the boards. And Overwet using the backside to put some pressure on the Blue Ox. Fired a low shot just left. Chipped out, icing is on, unless it pulls up, and it is now rolled off. Loose on a change. Blue Ox space. Send it back up. Blue Ox will get to Newman. Newman fires it into the side of the net. Breakout pass misses everybody. Should be an icing. 7:13 remaining half. Again. Oh, that's so Tremblay's playing D. I saw it defense before. All right. Tremblay and Scala at defense. Tremblay. Okay. Scala pulling back. Lamanti over to Ambul. Turns, fires, and defender got a slip out. Ambul go back up to the point. Tremblay turning, firing, low shot. I think it went off of Lamanti escape into the corner. Ambul trying to get there, cannot. Held in, back to the defense of the Blue Ox, and they'll bring it out on the other side. Scala retreating with the pass to the middle of number 11. It's over, move out front. A low shot, saved once, saved twice. Lamanti picks it up, breaks it out to Ambul, but couldn't quite haul it in. And it'll stay in the zone for the Blue Ox. Two nice saves by Civet. The referee almost gets knocked over. Right out front to Lamantia. And she goes out of the zone. It's not going to get all the way there. From icing, Ambul will retreat off the bench along with the rest of the line. The Blue Ox will get one through behind the defense. Number 5, and a save. And then Scala couldn't stop her momentum. Plows over Civet. But thankfully nobody there for a rebound. The puck is carried out by the Moose. Now into the Blue Ox zone. Mortel on the forecheck along with Taylor Gretz and Marissa Hibbs. And Roland Mortel gets it out front. Tipped away before damage could be done. Fired by Bond, gets the stick of Hibbs on her backhand, turns it to forehand. Shot from the left side was Gretz, but stopped. And Gretz now taking it out in front, coming all the way back to Norris and steps up, fires. And that one got knocked down out front. Hibbs misfires from the left, goes to the far half wall in front of Pitzel and Pitzel, accountants and advisors. And that one coming in by number 2, just onside, fires gloved up, Simmett. 5:10 remaining in the first half. Simmett will settle it for Bond, gets it over to Norriston, moves it around, break out to Gretz. Mortel with a big saucy pass, gets it to her. Mortel taking it wide right. Gives it back to Norriston, walks the line, and block shot. Fix tries to go behind the net, but stolen. Tipped away by Prado. Here comes Zivic. 1v1, turns, fires. Stopped. 4:10 remaining, half one. Went in there. Zivic battling. Sends it to the near side. And Carl, but she comes back and picks it up, skates it in, and drops it deep. Hicks will get off the ice. Newman coming in, Andrew coming in. Stoffel retreating. Get it up at the red line. Pass up to Newman. Got Andrew cutting to the right. Puts a little backhand shot on net, looking for a rebound, but none to be had. Didn't get enough on it to bounce off the stick of Casager far enough. I think that's Casager. I don't know. That was a helmet that I recognized. Apologize if it's not. They do have 2 goalies. She's the green logo on her helmet. Sends it back to Amanda. She loses it. Up the left. Throws it on. Newman now in the corner, drops to Amantio. She will get boarded up. Elio comes in and takes the spirit. Physical play by the Blue Ox. Not quite clear, but gets back to Amantio. Turning, firing, and off a defender's stick up into the netting out of play. Newman line to stay out there with Scala and Trumbull. 2:25 left in the half. Trumbull tried to get it back to the point, couldn't, and now it's shipped out. Touch pass gets Newman through traffic, and she inside. The defender got it knocked away. Andiel trying to get it back to Newman. Not much space back there. Andiel got a girl all over. Lamantia tries to get a piece of it. She got it knocked away and a whistle. I don't think they knew what they were calling there, but I think they thought it was covered. The official gave it a shrug like, it's not bad. So they'll drop it off in the Blue Ox zone after a line change. Gretz Rich Mortel in. Snagged by Simic. He's on the ice. Seen a couple more shots on that. The scoreboard says 6. Knocked down Norston. And pass up to Hibbs. Trying to make a move through the defense. Sticking with it. Sends it out front and misses the stick of Mortel. Kicked out and the other way. Blue Ox turns to the right, stick by Bond. Norston looks for the pressure. Pass too far ahead of Mortel. Comes out of his zone. 1 minute left. 1 minute left in the first half. Pitch high up in the air. Rebound, it's loose. Cleared by Wentz. Now back to the blue line. Settled by the skater number 7. Turns, fires, and knocked down by Wentz out front. 27 seconds left. Here comes Norston. He's going to skate out of his zone. Over the red line, fires it towards the net. Vicks on the far side, along with Wentz. Vicks now in the corner. Big pressure, 9 seconds left. Blue Ox on the move. Will they have time to do something? Number 17 gets it by, and they'll be cleared out in the corner. And that will do it for the first half. It is 1-0 Moose on the power play goal by the Andiel. We will put you on mute here and see you back in 12 minutes. We are back, getting ready. After a halftime break, resurface, and we'll get back to it. 1-0 in favor of the Moose. Both teams at full strength to start the second half. I see a message that my audio might be a little, and so it looks like with that they're going to let her play the entire game for the afternoon one. So Ruby Simmett in net. And you've got Newman with the puck, puts it through the middle, but misses everyone. Northland gets one out front, and you'll try to redirect it. It was loose out front for a second, now being cleared out by the Blue Ox. Down to pick it up. Sent back down low. And a score. Puck fired on and sent in by number 14. A rifle shot over the right shoulder of Simmett. And it's 1-1. Hopefully we're still live. I saw some hints of red on the stream. Didn't say it was out, but might be seeing some glitching or buffering on your end. And that is Stoffel looking to navigate it out, gets it out, but not deep, and right back in. 2-on-1 over to the right side, and a good job by Zivik to knock that one away before a shot. And an uneven start for the Moose here in the second half. Looking at the tying goal and struggling to get it out of the zone. And it's on the Ox again. Can't get through the traffic. The Moose struggling to get the puck out now. Will Escato turning fiery and missing wide right. Newman now in, tips it to herself into the corner, sends it to the middle. Nobody home for the Moose. And here comes Scala up the left side. She gets hit from behind, and the penalty or a check. It's going to be a power play for the Moose, who scored that way the first time in the first half. Number 10 heading to the penalty box for the Ox, and Ambuel, Newman, Mantia, Tremblay, and Scala are the 5 in. Ambuel and the Mantia behind the goal line. The Mantia comes away with it, comes back to the point. Tremblay's shot was blocked. He reloads. Still doesn't make its way to the net. Lamantia sends it down to the corner to Ambuel. There's cross ice. Walking up, firing. Stoppel. It goes blocked and up behind the net. Loose and then covered up. New netminder number 1 in for the Blue Ox. I don't know who that is. That's the Moorhead helmet. And that'll get a lineup change in there for the Moose. That's line. That's how Northton Bond. Northton sends it down to the corner. Brett's trying to get there. And Northton holds the line. Gets to Mortel, taking it to the right, tries to come back to the middle, tipped away. And the Blue Ox on the move, short-handed, tipped away before the blue line, and here comes Hibbs. The 12 up the left side, gets by, fires, and hits the Blue Ox logo, held on to 18:06 left in the second half. It's tied up. That one misses the mark and iced. That will bring on Went. Vix. And Prado. Here comes Went on the move. All the way up. Back to the point. Zivik. Back out left. Behind the net. Circling. Back out to the point, but too far ahead. And Stoppel's got to chase it all the way down behind their own goal line with pressure. Power play did expire back at full strength. Vix over the red line, fires it in. Newman now back in. Lamantia trying to get through, pushes it past, will pick it up in the corner. Drops it back to Newman. Newman to Lamantia. Got it knocked off her stick as she was coming through the slot. Right idea. Good defense. Newman circling left, firing. That one ring off a couple bodies out front. Scala down in the corner from the D spot, trying to get through traffic. Ambuel will pick it up. One-timer, Newman, it's loose. And interference is the call. One-timer from Ambuel to Newman out front was Stone. Rebound was loose out front. And they call interference in the ensuing scrum on the Blue Ox number 15. It'll lead to another power play for the Moose. 1-2 so far. Newman line staying out. Newman drops it to Scala. Turns, fires up high off the shoulder pad into the near corner. Ambuel racing to get there. Wembley can't hold the blue line, and coming out the other way, Scala picks it up. Skate move out of trouble. Across the red line. He got it knocked away. Newman will grab it in the corner. Drops it to Lamantia. A foot. One timer. Score. Ambule her second power play goal. This time a feed from Lamantia, and that is what the doctor ordered. Power play with Ambule out front of the net is a recipe for success. Moose take a 2-1 lead. Ambule with her second of the day. So Exhibit rebound is good. And just like that, it's tied back up. Every time this Moose team gets a lead, they seem to give it right back up. They can't seem to pull away from a team, and it's 2-2 with 14:35 left in the game. The Moose trying to get back into that, well, not back into it, into the W column for the first time this fall season. Oops. Let's back to Bond. Cigarettes. Turning, toe drag. Tipped away. Loose on the side of the net. Loose out front. It's almost got enough of it out front. Sends it in. That'll be an icing. She was looking for Hibbs on that left side, but passed just off the mark. Both teams at full strength. Here comes the Novely went line. Prado in and tripped up, and that'll be another power play for the Moose. That is your Pitzel and Pitzel power play coming up. Remember, for all your accounting needs, come see Pitzel and Pitzel. And one Pitzel just isn't enough. Short-handed Blue Ox racing into the zone. Zivit. There's defending. Stoffel trying to get there in the corner. And that one will get to the net, and Simmet says, I'm not going to mess around with this one and just cover it up. Simmet leaves that one to play. Dix will pick it up, find the stick of Newman that bounces off. He's back to Zivit. And Ambule is trying to get it off the boards, but got too much of it in the air and flies into the Blue Ox bench. It'll be a neutral zone drop. As Newman, Lamantia, and Ambule come back out. Here comes Embly. Drops it back to Newman. Back down to Lamantia. Newman picks up the loose puck, finds Ambuel, and off the face mask, just missed the hat trick. Newman moves the handle, but it falls to Ambuel. Tremblay going to fire from the left side, low and left. Newman behind the net. They get out to the blue ox. The man to try to get a piece of it, but they're able to chip it out. And icing is on. 4 seconds left on that power play. Moose are 2 for 3 so far. And the middle bring out the Newman line. Brett's line coming in. Martell can't grab the handle in the slot. Up to Scala. Martell chips and chases. And a good stick by Tremblay, stopping the breakaway. Finding Gibbs up the left-hand side. Right in at the blue line is Tremblay, holds and dumps it in. 11 minutes left. Tied up at 2. Tremblay can't hold the blue line that time. It comes out. Gretz will retrieve. Scala finding Skipper Martell. Hibbs now fires. Scored! With a Hibbs with a snipe over the left. Right shoulder, left side of the net, Marissa Hibbs. Gives the Moose a 3-2 lead. First even-handed goal for the Moose in this one. 2 from Ambuel on power plays, and Marissa Hibbs with a snipe from the left circle. That one caught that corner little triangle up there. Vicks on the forward check. Now Went coming in. And the Ox will send it out. Morrison chips it in, chases. After Lamantia's leg, who just came back in. That one went off of the stick, so no icing. Newman trying to get possession. Dropping it to Lamantia. Had Ambuel circling, couldn't get it to her. The Locks get it out, and they have it deep. And they left on the backhand. Fires one of the middle. Newman comes through the slot to pick it off first. Gets it up to Lamantia. He's on the move. Had no angle for the pass. And they got it knocked away. Stolen by Newman. His fire is stopped as we go 5-hole. And then Ambuel cycles through. And picked off, but kept in by Zivik. Newman in the corner. Lamantia's coming in to give some assistance, looking to figure out which way she should go. Tried the left side, goes back to the right side, eventually comes out with the puck. Gets it back to Stoffel. First shot was stopped. Ambuel was stopped, gets back to Stoffel. That one got through traffic off the glove of the netminder. And it got to the front of the net, covered up. 7:35 left in this one. The Moose hanging on to a 3-2 lead. Will they hold on to get their first W of the fall? Stay tuned. Number 12. Dangerously kicked by Tremblay, almost redirected it in, but Simmett able to stop it. Refs clears it barely. Martell picks it up, and that'll be an offside as she lost the handle for a half second, just enough to get Marissa Kibbs offside. Marissa went line back out. Nick Sprato, Norriston Bond. Nice job, Prado. She's up ahead. One in front still. Shot gets blocked. May have missed the penalty just by missing the girl as she went shoulder into that board. Looked like she had a target and Shelton just missed her. Fired a high shot up over the net from the left point. Now from the right point, that one misses far left. Tipped. Norriston good body behind the net. Comes back out to the point. That one fired and hit traffic out front. About 4 bodies out there. Length gets the stick of Prado. They're just tipping out. Trying to get a change. They got 2 of them out. Vick's still in, and Newman and Lamantia on. Newman out. Backhand, missed outside the right post. Drops it for Ambule. Toss to Zidek. Fires a low shot. Saved into the corner. Come out, and Stoffel will pick it up, cycle through. To the far side, and a defender for the Blue Ox. Ambule gets a stick on it, kicked out. And that gets right to a Blue Ox stick number 8. Zidek chasing and does a great job of turning her to the outside. Looks like she's going to have a breakaway. Stoffel behind the net up to Lamantia's area. She gets by the defender, fires it out to Ambule up ahead. She gets it tipped away and cleared. Newman handed Lamantia. There's the low shot. Oh, it was on the back door for Ambule for a second. Now fired by Newman. And that'll clear the zone. Lamantia got the shot off. It was a good save. The rebound was open for a second by Ambule, but shut down as well. Coming out the other way now. With a 10, firing and a block shot by Scala. Under 4 minutes left. Here's Tremblay. He's looking to skate it out, puts it off the board. Icing is on, but may be waved, and it's not. Tried to go off the board, but just too much of an angle, and went all the way down for the icing. 3:40 left in this game. Moose hanging on to a 3-2 lead. Once again, trying to get in the W column for the first time. Retz, Gibbs, Martell into Tremblay. And Scala in front of Simmett, who's played the whole game.
that she missed this morning with a lack of goalie pads, which are important, I've learned, as a goalie. Hibbs made the pass at the blue line, not south side. It should have been. But they play on. Pass missed the mark. It comes back to it. There's cross ice Tremblay. Centers in the Gress, can't handle it, and the Blue Ox can't handle it. Goes back and forth. And finds a stick at number 12. It's to the net, and it went, I think, off a piece of the glove of Simmet and out the right side of the post. Rex fires it out, and number 9, Prado, no call. I did it. It looked worse than it was. Her momentum took her right into the defender. She's trying to handle that pass. Nancy now in, and a little burstier than she was this morning at 7 a.m., believe it or not. Still can't seem to get possession of the puck, but black effort. Northland. Lamantia started her work angling for new skates this morning after the game. We stopped in, killing some time at Pier Hockey, and told me the ones she has are starting to wear down. They were used, but was angling for the new ones. Don't worry, she's not looking for the fly lights that are 1100. She's okay with the Hyperlight 2s, which are only 8 something. So in case you were all wondering, there's nothing to worry about. Only the $100 ones. Well, we had a timeout. I'm not sure who called it because I was jabbing away. But timeout on the ice with 1:45 left. A tentative 1-goal lead for the Moose. Shots on net in favor of the Moose, 20-13. Let's see. Ellie Ambulance making sure Cameron Bond's ponytail was in good order. Looks like everything is set over there from that perspective. Well, folks, this is it for this weekend. I feel like I've been here for 14 hours. Happy to leave the house at 5 a.m. Look forward to getting back home. Not sure what's on the schedule for next week. I haven't looked. Audrey and I know a few others will not be around like Wednesday, Thursday through the weekend. They've got another tournament in Pittsburgh. I haven't looked to see if that overlaps with any Moose games. Or not, but if that is the case, unfortunately, I will be in Pittsburgh with her and will not be here for any games. If there's anything Thursday through Sunday next weekend, again, I haven't looked at the schedule, so maybe there's nothing. Game-wise, at least. Blue Ox on the move after the timeout. Minute and a half left. They now pull the goalie, cross ice to number 18. Shot fired, scored! A beautiful screen out front. Simmet had no chance. I have the same angle from the shooter right here, and she couldn't see that one. It was right on point and went into the top left-hand corner of the net. No chance for Simmet on that one. A nice, well-executed play, and just like that, when you think the Moose might get that first W, all of a sudden it's tied back up 3-3. is tough. Scala picks it up at right to Blue Ox. Norston will grab it behind. She's on the move. You can see her get it going. She's going to fire it in and sent to the corner. Norston pick it back up. Whoa! Fired towards the net. It was hit by a defender up front, landed on top of the net, now off behind and played, and that one apparently went out of play somewhere and whistled dead. 55.4 left. Norston flying up with speed and then ripped one from a sharp angle, hit a defender's stick and landed on top of the net. Timeout for the Moose. So that was a Blue Ox timeout before as they were setting it up. And now Coach Waldo and Jamie Shepard want to set something up on the Moose side with 55.4, not settling for a tie here. I feel like it's been a better played game this morning. You can chalk that up, give them a little bit of a break. It was 7 a.m. start time at Fogarty. Early wake-up call for the girls. Seems like a little late breakfast and rest time got them moving a little better for the noon game. We will have an offensive zone face-off, 55.4. And we'll see if Moose can find a way to put one in and come away with the W. Looks like we're going to see Ambuel, Newman, Lamantia, Scala, Norston remaining out as they've stayed on the ice. That is the case. Send it to the net. I don't imagine you'll see an empty net here with the tie game, because you don't want to turn a tie into a loss. And Scala comes up, loose. Lamantia, rebound, got blocked by a defender. Shipped out past Scala. No icing, and Norston's going to race down and pick it up. She's got to escape. Trying to, and now Newman coming. Newman's going to fire to Lamantia, does. Bring up the right-hand side. Got it tipped away before the blue line. Lamantia trying to just get it in deep, can't. And we'll come back to Scala over the red line. 17 seconds left. Couldn't get the shot off. And sent out. 10 seconds left. Missed Ambuel, and 6 seconds left. It's probably going to about do it as that one gets sent out. Doesn't make it all the way down. It wasn't offside, and it was whistled with 1.2 left, but that's going to pretty much lock it up as a 3-3 tie here for the Boots, who just can't get into that W column. And that'll do it. It is the final late goal. 6-on-5 as they pulled the goal.